here we go with another letter of Pliny to his Calvisius. Salve S. All this time, amongst Pugiliars, something to do with notebooks, and libellos, that's the diminutive of books, little books, transmissio, I've crossed, I've passed all this time, amongst his notes and his books, Eucindissima quiet, a very pleasant quietness. Inquis, you might want to say, quam ad modum, in what way or how were you able to do that in urb, in the city, probably Rome? There were circenses, races, of which type of ganare or type of spectacles, ne quidem, I not even very lightly or most lightly do I hold any interest in them. Nihil novum, there's nothing new. They always use neuters for things like that. Nothing various, nothing variating, nothing that not once to have seen was sufficient or would suffice. Quo magus, that's a comparative with ut, so that I am in wonder, mirror, I am amazed more that so many thousands virorum of men, so puerilita, so childish-like, identitem, we've got two adverbs, again and again, or over and over again. I'm surprised, taking the infinitive, to see so many men desiring to see currentes equos, running horses, and homines, men, insistens in carabuses, men standing on chariots. Tamen, nevertheless, however or whatever, if either in the velocity or by the velocity of the horses, or by the art of the men, the skill of the men, they are attracted, trahiderentor, being the plural, this would be not a nothing ratio. This would be not be. You might see these two negatives there and think, what's going on? But best way it is, this would explain it. It's the best way of putting it. This is a ratio, is like an explanation or whatever. Now, at that time, favour, that takes the dative, they would favour or support the penno. They love the pennum. This is the clothing that the charioteers will wear. And if in ipso curso, in the racecourse itself, in the middle of the contest, we've got here medio curtamine, hic colour with illuk, and illy hook transferred. So if they transferred the colours from this one to another one, that's what all these pronouns are on about. There's 4 pronouns there. Well, that could be an adverb or whatever. Anyway, their studium, their zeal in their favour would transabit. We saw I'm using plurals there, and this one here is a singular. So a single person would, when the colours were changed of the people racing, if they did that in the middle of the race, their favour and their zeal would change, and repente, basically suddenly, those agitors, the people agitating the horses, or the whipping them or whatever they're doing, and illos, ikos, and those horses, which from procol, which from far away they noscatant, came back into the plural, they know of which names, new to plural, clamatant, they would shout. So they would leave the ones that they were supporting, and they would start shouting for the other ones that when they recognise the colours from far off. Tanta gratia, such is the influence or favour, such as the authority. Okay, so pleasing to them, and then so much authority in una, which means one, velissima, superlative, tunica. Tunica's the noun. In one very cheap tunic, that's the kind of shirt they wear, there's so much influence and authority. I'm omitting or leaving off amongst the vulgus people, which is a vilius. Okay, so we've got comparative again, which is a cheaper type of tunic. But apud quosdem graves homines, these are 3 all in apposition. But amongst certain serious men, this is what he's complaining about, how much the serious men follow it, not the common El Cheapo people. Those, when I record of them, when I'm reminiscing or thinking about them, in re's a thing, in one, so an empty thing, the emptiness of the thing, the frigid, the coldness of the thing, the assiduousness, the constantly of being obsessed with the thing. So insatiably they are sitting, watching these races. I take a little pleasure, a little voluptatem, that in this pleasure, hac voluptem, I'm not captivated, I haven't been taken by this pleasure. So he takes a little bit of pleasure that he's not captivated by such pleasure. Ac per hos dies, and through these days, my libentissime otium, my most freest leisure time or something, I place in letters. So he's going through these days with all his idle time. He's putting into his letters or his books, or what do you call them up here, pugilas and libelloses, which ally other people, perdant, which means they've wasted, in the very most otioissimus occupationibus's. Others are wasting this in very frivolous sort of occupations or whatever. Avale, goodbye. Okay. Pliny to his Romanus. What's this guy's name? Voconius Romanus. Salve. You write that you are edificaring, you're building. Benes, that's good. I find a patrocinium. This is like a lawyer or something. 4, I'm building yam ratio, the same reasoning or something, because it's with you. Okay, so what's going on here is a very strange sort of thing to put into English, but it's going to be with you, and what have we got in the lobe? He's justified in his own plans because you're building too. That's what the lobe reckons. Okay, it's the Daily Dictionary. Patrocinium. Protection, defence, patronage, legal defence. So I guess it can mean protection as well, but yeah, it's usually something to do with the law courts. Is there any more if I click on it? No, you could probably use a better dictionary than that. What have we got? For this, quoque also is not dissimilar. 2 negatives again, so it is similar. That you are at the sea, you're building at the sea, and I am building, if we take these verbs again, to Lacum Larium, which is Lake Como, of which it is in the shore, plures mea villa. I have several villas are houses, but 2 maxime, 2 extremely, or greatly, that delectant, they're pleasing, but thus they're causing me to do a lot of exercising, a lot of labour to maybe to keep their uptake or to do additions. Altera, so one of them is positioned on Saxus, on rocks, in the Moray Bayana, in the custom of these houses at Bayer, and it prospicts the lake, it looks over the lake. Altera, correlatives. The other one is on the Aque, it's on the flat, again in the Moray Bayano, and it touches the lake. And so, Ilam, what have we got? Correlatives again, Ilam and Hank. This one I'm accustomed to ad pellere, and just for the sake of it, I'll put ad there because I prefer it. So he wants to call one tragedy and the other one to call comedian. Again, we have Ilam and Hank. Correlatives again. So we've gone from altera, Ilam, Hank. One, because it is just like Cathurnus, which is actor's boot, so it's called tragedy. And this other one, as if it is a socculus, which is a lower type of sock shoe type thing. You could Google them, I suppose. Sustena, it just means it's held up. So it's like the base of it must be like this type of shoe, and the other one like a different type of shoe. So you thought it was funny to name the houses after that. Utricui, so each of the 2 has sua amanit, has its own type of pleasant things, and utriquin, each of the 2 to the possessor, to the person who's in it, it seems eucundia, more even, that's another pleasant type thing. So it's pleasanter ipsa diversity. So the differences looks like, so when you're in one of them, it seems more pleasurable than the difference to the other one. So I guess both of them are very pleasant, and when you're in one, it seems more eucundia. Anyway, What have we got? Hake and Illa again, correlatives again. One is closer, with the lake closer, and the other one utilises, that's why this is in a ablative, and is latius. So one has a big wide view of the lake and the other one's close to it. So some people might like to look at the lake, other people might like a big latius view, a very wide view. Hake, one of them, and plector is embraced around one cinum, one bay, or it's off the shore, so yeah, it would be a bay, in a molli curvamine, and a very soft curvature, it embraces one bay. Illa, in correlation to this one, in a editissimo dorso, on a very high dorso, a very high back of a ridge, deremits. It cuts up, or separates two. Must be two bays. So one has one bay, and one on a high place separates two bays. Illic there, recta gestatio longo limit. So this has got a long threshold above the shore, superlitis, and it extends in a big travel way, basically. On a recta means straight or direct, and a gestatio would be the way it's carried, go along through there. And the other one there, it levita inflex, so it bends lightly with a very spacious zysto, which is a terrace apparently. Okay, so zysto I just looked at was a colonnaded walk or a shady walk. Anyway, Illa, one of them, does not feel the fluctus, that's the waves fluctuating, and Hake, the other one, in correlation, it breaks, the waves break on it. From this, possis, you're able to despicere, look down to piscanting people, people fishing. But ex hake, from the other one itself, to piscare, you can fish. Your fishing can be done. And a hamen, which is a hook, from the cubiculo, from your cubicle, from your bedroom, and almost even from your lectulo, that's the bed, so that, what have we got here? From a little ship, so it's as here, what's an as. So almost from your bed, as if from a little ship, a nacul is a diminutive, you can throw your hook out as if from a boat. Almost done. Hate causes. These causes are for me, ultra both of them, which they are desunting. They are lacking something, abstruendo, some sort of gerund needs strewing or building. So they're lacking something that needs building, and because of these things, what's left? So, basically it just says both of these houses, they're lacking something that needs building. Let's see. And though why I give my reasoning or explanations tibi to you, apud whom, apud which, you are doing the same. Pro ration, taking this same sort of approach. Vale, the end, goodbye.